Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Schneider Electric India, Avenya campus in Bangalore, one of the largest campus of ours globally. I'm Shweta Sharma, and I lead the Innovation Hub program for India. Today, I'm here to give you a quick walkthrough of our Innovation Hub, a unique technology experience zone we have created in one of the largest campus. So let's start the tour. Who we are and what we do, especially for those of you who do not know us well. So we are a global industrial technology leader, and what we do is electrification, automation, and digitization. We have been recognized as world's #1 sustainable company globally, repeatedly by many certifying bodies. Now, coming to our journey in India, we are not a new name certainly in India. We have been part of in fact, integral part of India's massive energy transition journey, which we have seen over last few years, in fact, few decades. Now, during this journey of 60+ years, we have acquired multiple leading brands in the space of energy management and automation, and one of the most prominent acquisition we have had was in 2020 when we partnered and acquired L&T Switchgear, another leading brand of switchgear in the country, which is now renamed as Lauritz-Knudsen. Now, today with that, our footprint in India is very strong. We have an employee base of 42,000 employees across the country. We are present in 500 cities across the country. We have 31 factories and a very dedicated R&D software center, which again hosts 8,000+ software engineers. Also, India happens to be the highest number of employee base in Schneider Electric. Now, with this, let me just give you an insight of what are those markets that we serve. Now, we serve multiple markets starting from building to infrastructure, to industries, and to data center. And this pretty much covers 70% of the total energy demand we see globally. Now, coming to the point, how do we do it? We do it today with the architecture called EcoStruxure. Now, what is EcoStruxure? EcoStruxure is a platform which serves as a digital backbone, and it connects best-in-class OT solutions with the latest IT technologies we have today. This is one platform which is end-to-end cyber secure. It is interoperable, and like you can see, it is basically talking about 3 layers of solution. Here we are talking about all the products which are IoT enabled. We are talking about a suite of strong software platforms which we use on day-to-day life to monitor and control different facilities, different operations, and then the topmost layer of apps and analytics and services, and probably this is where the most of the digital transformation is happening. Now, with this, I think we will start the tour now. Now, to put the things in context, let me just start with the first point of electrical distribution, which is grid. Now, we all know India has the energy power installation base of around 500 gigawatt, and just 2 days back, we announced our achievement of achieving 50% of power from renewable sources of energy. Now, this is something which we have achieved 5 years ahead of the target. Now, while we are celebrating this point, there is another concern which is rising up very rapidly. With renewable coming into the picture rapidly, the variability factors are also coming very, very rapidly. Now, the question is, are our grids, are our 100+ discoms equipped with the technology to handle these kind of variations coming in the power supplies? And that's where we start talking about future-ready grids. And in Schneider, we call it an EcoStruxure grid. Now, we are talking about the technology which is evolving and rapidly replacing the conventional SCADA systems. We are talking about advanced distribution management system, which is not only real-time, it comes with very, very intuitive features, which actually gives you the option of knowing your upcoming faults. It integrates seamlessly with geospatial designs and constructions and helps you understand the actions you need to take today. We are also talking about the technologies like ARC-FM, like distributed energy management system, which is converting a conventional grid to smart grid, and further smart grid to a platform where we can do seamless energy exchange. Here I am talking about, of course, orchestrating the prosumer model with the grid. So that's more about EcoStruxure Grid, which we demonstrate over here, showcasing the new technologies evolving in the grid part. Now, while we talk about the automation part of the grid, what about the hardwares? So are the hardwares also contributing to the sustainability aspects, to efficiency aspect? And that's where we showcase here one of our innovative technology with ring main unit we have. Now this is a switchgear, we call it GM AirSet. Now what's so innovative about it is we have replaced SF6 gas, which is conventionally used in all the switchgears. We have replaced it with completely pure, clean air stripped of humidity and containments. Now it is compressed to a certain pressure, so it does the same kind of arc quenching activity like SF6. So that's not the only innovation over here. The footprint is another innovation which we have brought in with this product. Now, so this is more about the medium voltage distribution. Now let's see what are we doing with low voltage distribution. We have also demonstrated here state of art our newly introduced product switchboard, which is equipped with best in class industry operational safety features. Now this has got a footprint lesser than 30% lesser than the previous model. Now we call it block set lean. Lean, of course, because it has a footprint 30% lesser than the previous model. Now what we have done over here is we have equipped the distribution panel with five cutting edge technologies. Now the first technology what we talk about over here is the touch. Touch technology enables the continuous 24/7 thermal monitoring of the complete panel. Now this touch technology basically sits on the panel wherever the heat dissipation is expected to be very high. So that's number one. Number two is the sight. Now we have arc flash protection which is embedded in the system, which works like identifying the minutest of the arc which is developed inside the panel well in advance and triggered the tripping command. The third very important sense what we are talking about is the smell. Now here comes Schneider Electric patent design of heat tag. Now this is a technology which can sense well in advance the insulating material, the overheating of insulating material, and then give a command to facility engineer way before any kind of overheating and accidents happen. So that's about the third sense. Now the fourth most important sense is the brain. Now our switchgears, our ACBs comes with the brain inside it in a way that it is classified as best in class in the industry. Now, while we talk about the complete distribution system, I also want to highlight that when it comes to harmonics, we have the complete solution, and the solution gets integrated in our panel itself. So we have from the harmonic identification till the mitigation, and sometimes completely discarding harmonics, we have those high-end PQ meters, power quality meters. We have the panels, panels which are active harmonic filters. We have the panels which are power factor correction panels, which is helping in very critical kind of applications like data center, like healthcare, industries, where you cannot afford to have any kind of disturbance in your network. Now, last point of distribution, which we say is the final distribution. We have showcased here one of our very innovative MCB boxes. Here we are talking about the smallest energy meter available in the world. I'm talking about the power tag, which gets integrated in this particular design. We have this very innovative design, which we also call fishbone design. highly recommended for very critical applications and also in the houses. Now, while we are talking about all these features, all these, technologies which is getting built in, into, new facility or in the operations phase, how about introducing the sustainability aspect and innovation aspect during the design phase? Now, this is where I have an answer. We are talking here again about a technology platform which is called ETAP. Now, ETAP is a tool which is basically a design software. Now, how ETAP helps is it gets integrated with the power SCADA system, with the power operations, and helps us not only design the power line diagram, it also helps us model and simulate the real life scenarios. Now, ETAP offers an integrated electrical digital twin platform also along with the intelligent solutions. So, it provides actually the virtual model of the real time power system, very useful when we talk about data center application or the applications like very sophisticated top-notch industries. So, this is more about the design software. Apart from ETAP, we have also showcased here our software which is called Software for Electrical Engineers, which is a panel designing software. We also have RIB, which is amalgamation of a construction management and power system software. Now, moving ahead, we spoke so much about energy efficiency, sustainability, design phase. Now, coming to the reliability aspect. Now, reliability is something which is very critical when we talk about the power, especially in the applications like healthcare, applications like data center, applications in industries where we cannot afford even the single minute of downtime. Here comes Schneider Electric uninterrupted power supply solutions. We have been intensively into UPS solutions, starting from the application of a home to computer room to megawatt data center. We cover it all. Now, what we have demonstrated over here is our newly launched Galaxy VXL. This is 1.25 megawatt UPS made with our e-conversion technology, 99% efficiency. What is unique about it is our footprint. Now, UPS is something which is very critical. Let me just close it here. UPS is something which is very critical in any environment. We need the power backup. But innovation beyond UPS is where we are showcasing here the rack system. Now, this is another innovation which is designed in India, built in India for India market and for global market. We call it rack data center. Now, rack data center is a technology wherein we have brought in the complete server room inside the rack. So, actually you can see here, we are talking about the server rack, which is also hosting the power backup, also hosting the power distribution, equipped with the security devices, fire suppression and fire alarm system. And the most unique feature of this is the cooling, where we have the intro cooling integrated right next to the rack. This is precision air cooling, which has the hot air and cold air containment happening inside itself. So, this is literally a replacement of a server room. Very, very important solution when it comes to the, when we are talking about the places where the real estate, the space is really a constraint. Now, this was more from the edge data center perspective. Now, talking about large data center, this is where we are heavily present. Now, in large data center, what we do is, along with the power backup system, we are also very heavily present with our AI-ready physical digital infrastructures. Here I am talking about efficient cooling, which supports the AI load. We have data downpouring in this AI era. So, we need the servers to be cooled very, very efficiently, and that's where we bring in the innovative technologies of liquid cooling into the data center space. We are also talking about the rack and rack PDUs here. prefabricated modular data center, and all of this is getting topped up with AI-driven proactive asset management solution. So here in space of data center, we are actually talking about grid to chip and chip to chiller. So that's our proposition when we talk about data center. So the screen here, what you see is actually demonstrating the software story of managing and controlling the whole of data center application. Let's move ahead. Now moving from data center to building space. Now building is very important for us. 80% of our lifetime we are spending inside a building, be it a, be it a home or the college or the office. So it's very important that we talk about efficiency, sustainability aspects when it comes to the building as well. Now, this is a space where Schneider Electric, apart from sustainability and efficiency, also delivers a technology which is enabling the well-being aspects for the tenants, for the occupants of the building. I'm talking about the integrated solution which we have for building operations, starting from the VAVs, valves and actuators, to the direct digital controllers, to the room logic controllers. We have complete HVAC automation system in place. Now, this complete HVAC monitoring and controlling system integrates seamlessly with other ELV system, which is extra low voltage systems of the building. I'm talking about access control. Yes, we do have access control in our portfolio. We also have the fire alarm system, EN certified fire alarm system, and a huge range of sensors. Sensors starting from the temperature sensors to VOC, occupancy, you name it, and we have it. So this is a space where you are actually seeing all of our building management solution in play. Now, as I move ahead from this, I am now going to showcase you something which is very interesting. I am now talking about all the solution, whatever solution we have spoken about till now, how we have put it in the action over here. Wait. Now, this is what we have created as an integrated platform where all our different tools are connecting together to showcase the interoperability feature of our tools. Now, we have been talking about open architecture, AI-driven tools, but are we using it? Yes, we are using, and this is the place where we have demonstrated. Now, this building command center actually connects all the different buildings, office buildings of Schneider Electric on a single platform. We use enterprise central software here to bring all the campuses onto one platform. And then we are can you go back, Senthamil, go back, return, yeah. So here we are talking about 4 different features of our different buildings being monitored from one centralized location. Well-being, energy, alarms, building insights. I won't spend too much time over here, but it's really interesting to see how it is, how are we monitoring actually. So I'll just walk you through one of the campus, which is Avenya campus, Bangalore. Can you click on well-being? Yeah. Now, when we click on well-being, what we get to see all the well-being aspects like temperature, humidity, carbon dioxide level of this building. And this is real-time continuous monitoring, 24/7 monitoring. We have a range defined, and the moment that these parameters go above or below the range, we have the alarm being triggered to the facility manager. Go back. So this is more about the building well-being aspect in the building. Now coming to the energy aspect, we have mapped the complete energy consumption of this building into one platform. Be it the landlord scope of equipments or our scope of equipment. Landlord? Yes, thank you. So landlord scope of equipments, where we are talking about, those chillers, heavy equipments, lifts, and probably the water tanks, everything is monitored by us 24/7. Just imagine sitting in Avenya campus and monitoring our offices, critical data, important data of our Mumbai office. I mean, it makes life so easy for the facility managers, right? Return. Similarly, when it comes to the floor-wise energy consumption, we have mapped that as well. Click. And this is the real time data what you see over here. So we are monitoring the HVAC consumption. Now one thing over here, why are we talking about HVAC so much here? Why do Schneider invest so much on HVAC? Because in any non-residential building or data center, if you pick up the energy bill, you will see 50% of your energy being consumed, 40 to 50% of the energy being consumed is by your HVAC system. Of course, in India, we do not talk about heating part, but yes, air conditioning, yes. So when we talk about efficiency and sustainability, what we talk always about is HVAC, because that's where that's what is the real energy guzzler, and that's where the real efficiency can be created. Yes. So that's more about the energy part. Yeah, let's go back. Return? Yeah. Now we will talk about the insight part. Now what we saw now was very much from the aspects of creating efficiency, creating sustainability, which is the output of efficiency. Now we will see what is the interoperability we are talking about again and again. This screen tells you actually how we are connecting different domains of this particular building, Avinya campus, into one platform. I'm talking about the HVAC. Yes, I said they are the main energy guzzlers. Then we are talking about power. Then we are talking about lighting, security, fire, maybe lifts, and it goes on and on. So this platform gives you the interoperability capability to manage complete building. Now I'll just show you HVAC. Can you click on HVAC? Yeah. So now in HVAC we have multiple subsystems. Now if I click on VAV layout, which is actually the equipment which helps us feel comfortable, cold, air circulation, which is responsible for the air circulation in different zones of the floor. So it's very important that we monitor VAV layout. Yeah, click there please. Yeah. Now I'm talking about our first floor over here. And please mind, this is the real time data. So on the first floor, if I have to monitor my temperature mapping of the complete floor, it's very easy. It's very easy for me to have a look at the screen and understand which all areas are actually below the set point of 23 degrees, which is shown here, and above the set point. So well-being aspects in terms of the circulation of the air, in terms of the temperature and humidity is completely managed over here. Now if there is a problem and I really want to see some equipments over here, I'll give you the example of AHU. Yeah, AHU, yeah, AHU 13. So this is the list of AHU. Yeah, this is the list of AHUs what we have in this building. And just to get the equipment level visibility, I can see any of my critical equipment on the same platform where I am monitoring the well-being aspects, where I am monitoring the security aspects of the building. So I go till the equipment level. Similarly, when I am talking about the power, now power is something which is very, very critical, of course. This is my complete power systems, what we have deployed over here. I can get into any of these, doesn't matter if Schneider if it is in the scope of Schneider Electric or if it is in the scope of the builder. I'm just showing you the page where we are monitoring the DG sets. I know the tank level, I know each and every DG status, performance, features, everything on the same screen. Likewise, when I move to the lighting, lighting is also integrated. Lighting is something where we are talking about a protocol which is on KNX in this particular building, which is getting integrated with BMS over here, which is another protocol called BACnet. So we are talking about two protocols coming together on the same platform. Now lighting is being monitored and controlled from the centralized location. Each and every meeting room can be monitored and controlled from this platform. Likewise, security. Security is more about the CCTV. I click on any security camera and I get to see the live feeding of that camera. Likewise, fire. I get to see, this is my ground floor. Now I get to see all the fire panels we have. Blue ones are which are above the ceiling, green ones are which are below the ceiling. So what I'm trying to show you here is how different aspects of the building is coming together on one single platform. We covered almost all the critical domain of this building, starting from HVAC till the fire control, lighting, well-being, etc., etc. Now, while we talk about monitoring and control so much, if I bring back the EcoStructure 3-layer, we are talking about monitoring control, which is layer 2 for us. Now, what about the analytics? What about the AI over here? What about those predictive analysis? We do it with the help of our tools called Building Advisor and Asset Advisors. Now, these are the tools which are AI driven. They work as a diagnostic engine and sit on top of the data which comes from your monitoring system, which in this case is basically your BMS and EMS. Now, this tool analyzes the historian data and predicts if there is any failure which is likely to come up. Is there any asset which is kind of getting failed in future? What it also does, one step ahead, apart from predicting the future, it also tells you exactly how much is the loss you are going to incur if the equipment fails. One step ahead, it actually gives you the actionable insight you need to take today to prevent that failure. So very intuitive in nature, very predictive, and pinpoints the real reason which can be the cause of the failure. So Building Advisor along with Asset Advisor covers the complete domain of HVAC as well as electrical. Now we are also talking here about another very innovative platform, which is microgrid. Microgrid again is a platform which is like, you would have heard me talking about it when we were talking about the grid automation. Now in case of a building scenario, building application, how microgrid helps is when we have multiple sources of energy. When you have solar, rooftop solar, when you have a storage device, BESS in your building, in your campus, or when you have inverters, etc., etc. You know your load pattern. So this particular tool actually analyzes your load pattern and helps you decide when you are supposed to use which sources of energy. So actually it is helping you use your supply sources much more efficiently than ever before. So here we are covering the load side as well as the supply side of the building application. I think Schneider Electric is one of those front runners who offers the technology to cover the complete picture of energy efficiency and sustainability. And in fact, if you look at the energy closely, you will realize there are two coins of energy. One is supply and one is load. Of course, we have been talking so much about the load management demand side. This is where the supply side also gets integrated. So overall, benefit to the customer, to a building customer or any data center or any industry customer, the benefit is he gets the best option to decarbonize. Always remember, every single kWh, which is the unit of energy saved, is directly proportional to the carbon emission. And we always say 1 unit of energy, it takes 2 units of energy to create 1 unit of energy. So it's very important that we start talking about efficiency at all the levels. Now moving from here, now while we are talking about the new builds, what about the old builds? We all have been hearing that 1/3 of the buildings which will exist in 2030 are already being made, and we are talking about 2/3 of the building, and the technologies what you have seen till now talks more about the new build. To address the problem of that 1/3 of the assets or infrastructure, which is actually aging fast, we have a solution, very comprehensive solution rather, which covers the complete life cycle management of the components. Now here I am talking about the offers which we have or the solutions which we have in not only maintenance of the facilities, also the modernization. We have a very, very scientifically proven approach with a program called EcoCare, which actually covers the complete end-to-end maintenance, life cycle maintenance rather, using the AI generative tool. The tool is called Asset Advisor, and that's what we are trying to demonstrate over here. Now, how this tool works, using our technology which we spoke about when we were talking about Blockset, those agnostic technology, we are bringing all the old assets of any infrastructure up on the platform where we are monitoring those assets 24/7 from a centralized location called Connected Service Hub. In Schneider, we have multiple connected service hubs, and we have a dedicated data scientist and customer representatives who are actually looking into customers' facility 24/7. Very predictive, AI driven, very precisely pinpointing when the maintenance is required. So it is condition based monitoring, what I am talking about, with the help of technology. As I move ahead, now I am going to talk more about sustainability. Now, sustainability has been there in our DNA, and I thoroughly believe sustainability and cybersecurity are the two things which gets embedded in the product phase itself when the product is being manufactured. So we have sustainability at our core, and what it means when I say that, all our products, if you see, it comes with the barcode, and this particular code actually helps you understand what was the carbon footprint of the product when it was made, what is the carbon footprint it is supposed to have during its life cycle, and what is the best way to discard this product when it reaches end of its life. So sustainability at its core. Now, apart from the product and apart from the assets what we make, equipments we make, we also offer two of the very strong sustainability platforms. We call it Resource Advisor, that's again which is demonstrated over here in Innovation Hub. This is a platform where the customers or anybody can monitor their ESG goals, the growth, the roadmap, the journey towards net zero. Now, it's not only about the journey, we also help customers, the enterprises, enterprise level customers or small and medium sized customers, help achieve their sustainability goal and also set their science-based target, SBTi. So we have a very strong team of consultants who walk the journey of sustainability across the life cycle. So that's more from the sustainability perspective. Now, with this, I will just move on to another section over here. Okay. Now, here we have now reached the end of our story, which is grid to plug. So we have reached the plug part of our story. Now, this is a place where we have demonstrated our complete range of switches and socket, very comprehensive range of switches and socket for various applications, critical applications like hospitals where we need antibacterial switches to the smart switches, basic switches for home. We have also demonstrated here Milut's range, which has got multiple first of its kind innovation features. It has got inbuilt AQI, surge protection, etc. Yes. And all these switches, if you see, are green, it comes with the green premium label, which is, again, I'm talking about sustainability getting incorporated in all the products we make. Now, beyond the product, for the homeowners, what we do. Now, till now we spoke about all the technologies which is helping the corporates and the companies attain their efficiency goal and sustainability goal. Now we are going to talk about a solution or the technology which is helping people like you and me become more sustainable, become more energy sensitive. Now, I'm talking about the home automation solution which is called Visor. Now, Visor is an application which helps you control the different appliances, different applications of the building, which is light, fans, your air conditioning, etc. We have evolved from Visor to Visor 2.0, which is talking about home energy management system. Now, very innovative, again, first in industry, first of its kind and first in industry. Here I'm talking about the solution which is actually helping you understand your load patterns, understand your energy consumption across the house over the period of time. And how it helps? Of course, you cannot manage anything if you are not monitoring it. So this gives you complete analysis of your energy usage pattern. A step ahead, many houses today are coming up with solar, coming up with storage system, energy storage systems. Now, in scenarios where you have multiple supplies and you know your load pattern, this particular application becomes very handy. It helps you analyze your load pattern and accordingly help you understand when are you supposed to use a particular supply of energy. Again, I am bringing back the prosumer model over here. Very interestingly, at the individual level, how do you become a prosumer? So, Visor 2.0, which is a home energy management solution, helps you become a prosumer also. So, it is not only the corporates and the companies, you can also become a prosumer, you can also start your sustainability journey using our solutions and technologies, right. So, with this, now that we have reached the end of our story, I would like to conclude over here. I don't know if there are any questions. Let me just quickly check. Okay. Okay. So, there are some questions on APC, UPS. How is it useful? What are the applications? So, UPS is one of our core solution, core technology. The whole technology comes from APC, which is a leading brand in UPS. We still hold that brand. We serve the application starting from, like I said earlier, starting from home to server rooms to megawatt data centers to any kind of high energy intensive industries. So, that is the range of application I am talking about. So, we have the UPS of various range. We are into single phase as well as 3-phase UPS. The latest one which I showed you over there was a 3-phase 1.25 megawatt UPS. The typical application of that UPS would be data center, the megawatt data centers, or maybe the very high end industries. So, that is about UPS. What comes also with UPS is our battery solution. So, we do not make batteries, but we provide the complete solution of power backup which comes with the UPS along with the battery solutions. Yes, so that is about UPS. Okay, what are the kind of sensors we use? Okay, it is not mentioned in which application, but yes, to answer this question, I think we spoke about the sensor technology when I was talking about the buildings. So, sensors starting from sensors which are used with AHU, those pressure sensor, till the workstation sensor, we call it inside sensors, which is a single sensor which will monitor all your occupancy, which will monitor lighting levels, which will also monitor carbon dioxide, humidity, temperature. So, we have very sophisticated sensors like inside sensors till the VAV control sensors. So, we have a very huge range of sensors. Okay, I have another question. Okay, do we have any tool which can help follow ECBC or Indian Green Building Codes and carbon market for carbon credit? Yes. So, like I said, sustainability business, we have a very dedicated sustainability business where one of the activity or one of the core activity we do is consultancy. Now, here we are talking about the consultants who will handhold, help you establish the targets. If you have a target of achieving your net zero by 2050, what should be your interim target probably in 2030? So, we help you understand what should be your interim target. We also offer you a platform where you can monitor your complete journey, what is the gap between your actual and the target. So, these are the tools which will help you report, help you to follow ECBC norms, IGBC norms, or even the LEED certification norms. In fact, I would like to mention over here, we are one of the certified and preferred partner for GRESB. GRESB is one of those very highly acknowledged sustainability, I would say sustainability certification in space of real estate. And if you get into GRESB website, we are highlighted over there saying that, okay, Schneider is one of the authorized partner which can help the real estate giants, the building giants achieve their sustainability goals. Yep. Okay. I have many other questions which I don't think we have time to take all the questions. Okay. Okay. Somebody is asking me what is the difference between Visor and Visor 2.0. Okay, so what is the basic difference between Visor and Visor 2.0, which is our home automation solution? Visor is a solution which gives you an application basically to manage your fans, lights, you know, air conditioning, your equipments, appliances in the house. Visor 2.0 is where we are talking about home energy management system. Now, this is where I said we are equipping our individuals, the people, you know, at the people level, how are we bringing the technology which is helping them become more sustainable. So, Visor 2.0 is clearly a platform which gives the complete insight, complete analysis of the load pattern and also optimizes the supply usage in case if the homeowner has got solar or battery storage, etc.